What's up, everybody? It's your boy Bird. I'm back with just a little update on what's been going on. I've been chilling lately, trying to, rebuild a lot of things that I kind of lost, as far as like my business. I'm trying to get that back up and running or whatever we got for it. BDE Management and Consulting. We'll be there everywhere eventually. But I'm here to talk about, as a man and as an individual, what I see a lot of and what I've learned within myself. Not going off people, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm judging people or, talking about people, when every individual has his own story, male or female. Egos. The ego. I had to destroy my ego, and it came from my daughter Brienne. I learned as a man that ego, it without, what happened was, with the situation in life, is that we get taught certain egos, male egos, but we don't get taught to be disciplined with that ego, or to learn how to evolve as a man with that ego, without having that ego become so disrupted by so many distractions. You want to be this, you want to be that, you want to be this, you want to be that. This not working, that's not working. If we look at every problem that we mostly have, it's really egos. Every problem is an ego problem, especially if you respond to it negatively, Lee, and you just be like very into it with your feelings, like really into it with your feelings. Most of this stuff is really, in this world that I've learned from meeting people and and learning stuff, it's really not necessarily real to even worry about. There's nothing that's more important than us evolving as one, and us as evolving individually. But see, it's the egos. When people ego get in the way, don't matter what situation it is, and if something doesn't go right between two individuals, it's an ego in between it. When people take that out, the plan unfolds, and it becomes like, it blossoms like a flower, because we the only ones that have this issue. And it's like, once it's more like insecurities and things like that, but I don't want to say insecurities, because that's really kind of harsh. When you insecure, I can't really tell nobody that I'm just saying, as far as me, is some of my insecurities. Ego. Like some of the things that I've done, I've tried to do it to try to fit this certain broad, or this certain, riding this certain lane. But that was an ego problem, because even when I came to discover that, I realized I still wasn't happy. I still wasn't really satisfied with even just having that. And it was like, okay, I had got it, and I'm like, all right, well, it's not really doing nothing for me as far as how I'm feeling. And yeah, it's just temporary excitement, but it's really not giving me any type of satisfaction in life, honestly. Out from my ego. It was the small things that I cherish. Maybe the bus ride when I ain't have a car or something, or when I didn't have certain type of clothes, or when I did have certain type of shoes. I'm a shoe fanatic. I love shoes. That's my thing. You'll see me with some good shoes on. People might think that's an ego problem, or it's part of my ego, or insecurities. No, I never grew up with raggedy shoes. My mom never was broke. My mom worked and did her thing, and when I got to a certain age, I started working and doing my thing, and I always had nice shoes. I don't know, I just like shoes. I like shoes and I like smelling good. That's just my two things. But as far as anything else is in the material world, is really all really bought off of egos, and we trying to fit into too many different lanes, and we trying to color code too many different things that don't need to be colored or changed. The thing I would love for everybody to understand, and we all can discover from each other's pains and each other's stories, is that we all can evolve with each other if we just learn to just take our egos out and understand that you are here and I am here. We can be consciously aware of that fact. Should cut everything else out. I should be able to enjoy a barbecue. I should be able to see kids play. Kids should be able to play. Uh, People, whoever the government should be able to govern whatever they doing, whatever, and do what they whatever or what not, or however. People should be able to enjoy life. They come to this place. It's like weird. It's not misunderstand it. It's weird how if everybody here comes to this place, why is life just so basically unforgivingly just I'm trying to think of the right word to say it. Just they don't care about life. So how is it that we all just ended up here still? We still here, but people don't care about life to a certain point where everybody ego can cause problems. And it's a government ego, police ego, it's a spiritual egos, it's our emotional egos, it's our mental egos, it's our job status egos, it's our car status egos, it's our shoe status egos, your money status egos. All this stuff has an attachment that we don't really need. And if we just learn to love outside of any of that material and stuff that don't have nothing to do with who we is truly are to be. Now, to be is to understand. I cannot understand without understanding anything else in this world. So everything else that I'm connected to, which is y'all, I have to get to more understanding your pains, my pains, your hurts, everything, so we can exchange information and evolve. I can learn from you, you can learn from me. The difference is that maybe we just haven't crossed paths, or maybe we just haven't really had a chance to sit and have a real conversation. But the exchange of words between our egos can be better for set. And I just want us to understand that if we take our egos out of all of this, we can evolve into so much better people. Not even saying we're going to stop what's going on, right? Like, say, for instance, we do this and nothing stops, like violence, none of that. Well, you have to think. If people are more consciously aware and more out of their egos, they can't do nothing but evolve mentally, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. So all that other stuff will end up breaking down and moving out of place to make room for new stuff to grow and to make other stuff to manifest for who we want to really be, our children. Like, people don't care about you. Don't care about your children. Think about this. Everybody who have children, everybody is a child or a child of or have children. You don't care about your children. So that answer, I know, from every parent or every person or whatever, even if you don't, if you buried a child or whatever, you still care in a way. Just your ego in the way. Your ego's in the way of stopping you from really understanding what this child needs, or stopping you from loving this child, or boring this. Like, egos be in the way of a lot for us to evolve. We went from using no tools, primitive people, to having to use tools to hang TVs. We went from, this is from the beginning though, is what I'm saying. From the beginning, when they was building everything and didn't have no technology and no phones or none of this stuff. So it's like the egos are in a way. So if we can just go and learn, go, we can go. Get at me, man. I like miss y'all, talking to y'all. Get at me.